Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Mega Man. Huge thanks to Mega Man and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Mega Man reached out asking for a deck built around the Miku secret lair, and I was more than happy to build it for him. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Child of Alara is a 5-mana 6/6 legendary avatar with trample. Whenever they die, they destroy all non-land permanents. They can't be regenerated. Having a reset button in the command zone means we can fire the Miku beam whenever we want. But we do want a couple of sacrifice outlets to ensure we use it whenever we want. And it would be nice if those sac outlets survive the destruction of Alara. Which shouldn't be a problem because Mega Man specifically requested a Gods Tribal Commander deck. And we do have a couple of indestructible gods who are also sacrifice outlets. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, MythAtom. The folks at MythAtom were kind enough to send me some new toys. If you've ever wanted a fancy metal commander to show off, or maybe used to whack people who keep touching your cards, this may be for you. There are several to choose from, like this card featuring Y'shtola, Knights Blessed. If you want to drain your opponents while drawing tons of cards, order this lovely metal commander from MythAtom. Be sure to use code DANON for a 10% discount. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building Commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Azorius Guildgate, Boros Guildgate, Dimir Guildgate, Golgari Guildgate, Gruul Guildgate, Izzet Guildgate, Orzhov Guildgate, Rakdos Guildgate, Selesnya Guildgate, Simic Guildgate, Baldur's Gate, Basilisk Gate, Black Dragon Gate, Citadel Gate, Cliff Gate, Gateway Plaza, Gond Gate, Heap Gate, Manor Gate, Sea Gate, Talon Gates of Madara, the Black Gate, Thrawn Portal, Command Beacon, Thespian Stage, the World Tree, Hall of Heliod's Generosity, Bajuka Bog, 1 Plains, 1 Island, 1 Swamp, 1 Mountain, 3 Forests, and Maze's End. Of course we're a Maze's End deck, but Mega Man wanted his opponents to be focusing on Miku, not the gates. For mana ramp, we're running Karametra, God of Harvests, Krufix, God of Horizons, Nylea, Keen-Eyed, Crop Rotation, Circuitous Route, Explore the Underdark, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, 3 Visits, Farseek, Cultivate, Navigation Orb, and Chromatic Lantern. The problem with our gate-focused land base and a commander that blows up permanents meant I didn't want to run a ton of mana rocks, but also couldn't run a ton of land ramp either. I mean, why would you want to run more basic land fetchers than you have basic lands? Decisions. Our card advantage package consists of Athreos, God of Passage, Ifara, God of the Polis, Erebos, Bleak-Hearted, Erebos, God of the Dead, Isika, God of the Tree, Invasion of Theros, Thassa, God of the Sea, Brilliant Restoration, Redress Fate, the Knot, Heart of Hydaelyn, Guild Summit, Toski, Bearer of Secrets, Sabsunin Luxa Embodied, Planar Genesis, Urban Evolution, and Demonic Tutor. Once again, we're focusing on cards that survive after our commander dies. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Keranos, God of Storms, Zodiarch, Umbral God, Commit Memory, Assassin's Trophy, Negate, Counterspell, Abrade, Destroy Evil, Generous Gift, Beast Within, Swords to Plowshares, Bedevil, and Anguished Unmaking. Wanted a few counterspells, but mostly ways to remove annoying permanents. Or our commander, as needed. For board wipes, we're running Iridian Maelstrom, Gates Ablaze, and Damn. Thematic and powerful, just what we want. The core of our deck consists of Athreos Shroudveiled, Heliod, God of the Sun, Heliod Suncrowned, Heliod the Radiant Dawn, Iroas, God of Victory, Clothis, God of Destiny, Mogus, God of Slaughter, Nylea, God of the Hunt, Phoenix, God of Deception, Perforos Bronze-Blooded, Perforos, God of the Forge, Thassa Deep Dwelling, Bontu the Glorified, and Oketra the True. Lots of ways to make our opponents cry. Supporting our plan, we've also got Panoptic Mirror and Shadow Spear. Gotta make sure we can cast Iridian Maelstrom every single turn, over and over again. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 38 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but we're a 5-color deck, so it's fine. 16 pieces of card advantage, 13 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, counting our commander, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and Commit Memory, 1 Sudden I Win card in Panoptic Mirror. The goal of our deck is to have Panoptic Mirror imprinted with Iridian Maelstrom. This way, every turn, all creatures are destroyed. Unless they're all 5 colors, of course. Our gods will survive and laugh at the desolation. They've built a world before, they can do it again. But if we can avoid having our own soul ring blown up, that'd be nice. Instead, we'll just blow up everyone else's creatures and then beat them to death with our gods. How delightful. Of course, the fun part will come when we use Command Beacon to put Child of Alara into our hand, then use Perforos Bronze-Blooded to sneak them onto the battlefield, then use Athreos God of Passage to return Child of Alara to our hand so we can do it again. Then again, I'm pretty sure our opponents won't allow that to happen, so they'll gladly pay the 3 life instead. Do you have a Child of Alara deck? What's your secret deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Dana. You can have a video made, or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya, Marcus Brett, Roxy, Alex, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard Boomy, Osira Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel, and Zombie. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Dana.